We just hit the record button, so good. Hey, welcome everybody. It is, what in the world, what's the date? It's August the 10th. Man, oh man, back in January, we'd hit 4th of July, it'd be Thanksgiving, it'd be Christmas, and then it'd be 4th of July again. I mean, it's just kind of how it goes. So, hey, we just got off a great lesson, talking about time. And time is unstoppable. The only thing in the world you can't buy is time. No matter if you have a big pile of money like this, you can't buy time. And, I squandered my share of time. I lost a lot of time in my life. I spent it not very wisely. And I invested it in a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have invested it in. And so that's one of the parts of the training that we're going to talk about on Saturday. But before we get to that part, let's talk about this. Maybe you don't have enough of this. A lot of people don't have enough of this. A lot of people would like to have a big pile of this that they could scoop up with a shovel. So that's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight. One of the things that I got attracted to when I first got exposed to network marketing, and that was 33 years ago, was this little part right here. They said, hey, if we could teach you how to make money while you were sleeping, would that be of interest to you? And I said, yeah, show me. Please show me how to do that. So tonight, we're going to show you how to do that. Because otherwise, you're going to work until you die. And nobody wants to work until you die. So a little bit about me, right? I've been in traditional business for 16 years. I started in network marketing 33 years ago. I've done okay in this industry. Could have done worse, could have done better if I would have paid attention. And I know I could have done a lot better if I would have paid attention. Built some great teams. My career in this industry has been nothing short of just a lot of fun. I mean, done things all over the globe, have friends all over the globe, and was kind of semi-retired because I was just, I figured I had spent my time doing those things, and I was going to get on to doing some other things like writing a book and a few other things that I need to get done before time passes and you have no more time. So but then, a buddy of mine called me. I'd been flying around the world. I'd been eating too well, too much, and too often, and I started getting fat. In fact, that was the fattest I had ever been in my life. I was 215 pounds. My clothes barely fit. I mean, when I sat down, I had to unbuckle everything, my belt, my pants, just kind of let it hang out there. And Mitch has got some photographs. I wasn't quite that bad yet, but I was fat. So I was looking for a solution, and lo and behold, as the world would have it, I got a call from somebody that I'm going to introduce you to here in a second that had a solution for my problem, but I didn't know that he did. Here's a solution for a lot of people's problems. They got to decide. They got to decide what they want. They got to decide to change their life. In fact, that's what that lesson was that we just listened to was, all about changing and all about spending, time in the right places. Nothing or no one is going to keep you from getting to where you want to go once you have decided where it is you want to go. And, everything in life is a reflection of, what you've thought about and what you've done and the decisions that you've made. So if you want a different path, if you want a different direction, if you want a different income, you've got to make a choice. You've got to make a decision to do something different. So I'll just leave you with that. Why are we doing this? I got into this industry because I wanted to have a better life. And I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. This was something that came up right before the pandemic came out. Forbes magazine came out with this article, and it said 79 million people are going to start a home-based business over the next 5 years. We were all hooting and hollering, hey, that's great news for us. We'll certainly get our share of those people. Then the pandemic came. You know, folks, and that just made everything, what appeared to be worse, actually better, because now a lot more people who were never thinking about a side gig, something else on the side, a plan B, you know, we're starting to think about a plan B. So I think we're going to see some unprecedented growth over the next 3 to 5 years as soon as we get recovered from where we're at right now. I mean, people are still in shock with the fact that, you know, so much stuff is going on, and I can appreciate all that is going on. Let me tell you about this industry of network marketing. Now, you may have heard of it. You may have known some people that have been in it. I had no appreciation for this industry whatsoever. I thought it was for people that couldn't go out and get a real job. And so I wanted nothing to do with one of those pyramid things. Yes, I said it, right? I said it. It was one, and that's what I thought it was. I thought it was, you know, and then I discovered after a good friend kidnapped me, took me off to a network marketing meeting instead of taking me out to dinner and drinks like he had promised. He took me over there for free drinks and a network marketing deal. And I thought, oh boy, this is going to be horrible. And so I started, you know, I made the best of it. I started looking around and meeting some people and wandering around, and I walked up to this one old boy and I said, hey, my buddy says that you guys make a lot of money. And he says, yeah. He says, yeah, we do. He said, we do. And I said, well, I said, if you don't mind me asking, how much money do you make? He said, about 70,000. And I go, oh, 70,000. I said, that's a pretty good amount of money that, you know, you make. I said, I make more than that. So he says, oh, mister, you make more than 70,000 a month. And I looked at him, you know, kind of cross-eyed at that point, and I said, 70,000 a month. And I looked at him real carefully, and I said, you know what? You don't look that smart. And see, my reality was that he must have had to been really intelligent to make 70,000 a month. And this old boy wasn't, right? And he said, oh, there's a lot of people here that make a lot more money than I do. And I said, take me to your leader. And so he did. He whisked me off to some people to introduce me around. And well, the next thing I knew, I was getting into the network marketing industry. You know, I thought this industry was all about selling a product. That's what I thought about that night 33 years ago after I wrote a check for $35,000. Now, don't let that freak out, okay? Because I'm not going to ask you to write a check. In fact, put your checkbook away, your credit cards away. This is just information. So if you're here for the very first time, you're looking at Valentines for the very first time, this is just information for you. I want to give you enough information so that you can make an intelligent decision whether or not this is something you want to do, whether or not it fits with what you want to do. But, you know, I thought it was all about selling products. So I went about selling product. I failed miserably. I mean, I was a dismal failure. You know, my first check in this industry was $43. That took me a long time to get. My wife was just beside herself because I sold a business that we had worked on for 16 years because I knew that if I wanted to do this, I needed to have as much time possible, right? I couldn't do two things. I'm not really good at doing two things. And then after failing for a year, I went to talk to somebody who was quite my junior, and we talked about my daily method of operation. And he said, well, what do you do every day? And I said, well, I try to sell products. And he said, okay, stop that. You know, forget about all of that nonsense. He said, we don't sell products. And I go, oh, now I'm really confused, right? I've been here a year and I'm just now hearing this. And he said, we build teams of people that want to change their life and make money. And I go, well, that's, you know, interesting. And I said, I probably have a few of those people. And lo and behold, I did. And, you know, he said, what we do is we share the products, we share the opportunity, and we build and promote for events. And I said, I can do that. And so I tagged along with him for a while, and I got the hang of things. And lo and behold, my check started going up. You know, first it was 4 figures, then it was 5 figures, then it was 6 figures. And by then, after it hit 6 figures, my wife looked at me and she said, honey, I'm so glad I talked you into doing this network marketing thing, you know, and which was the furthest thing from the truth. But that's a story for another time. You know, these fundamentals have really never changed. Now, you might say to yourself, well, who sells the product? We all do, right? We all do, you know, but it's not our daily method of operation. That's not what we focus on every day. We focus on finding somebody who is interested in changing their life and building a team and building a secondary income, building a primary income maybe. So let me tell you about how big this industry is. I mean, it's gigantic. I mean, you know, here we're talking about 189, I saw the other day, has actually gone up from then, you know, almost a $200 billion industry that's been around forever. And, you know, compare it to some other things that you're familiar with, and network marketing is, you know, dwarfs all of those things, the music industry, the movie industry, and so on. And you think for yourself, well, how in the world is that possible? Well, it's possible, and the money that we make is because we don't spend money on celebrity endorsements. We don't buy advertising on television or all of those things, right? The money that is generally set aside to do those things is paid to you and I. That's why you see the big incomes. I mean, the huge incomes that are made in this industry. So welcome to Valentines. You know, in my opinion, this is the world's best home-based business, and I'm going to give you a whole array of reasons why here in a second. But it could be your path to a new life. There's my friend Smiling Dave Jordan. He's the guy that called me a little over 2 years ago, and he said, Chuck, we just, you're never going to believe what's happening. He said, we just introduced the most amazing product. I want you to listen to a call. And I said, Dave, I'm not interested in listening to a call. I don't want to do any network marketing. I'm happy being fat. And he said, oh, you're fat. He said, this is a weight loss coffee. He said, and I perked up a little bit, right? And I said, weight loss coffee. I said, that's an interesting combination. I said, I listened to the call. People were having these great stories. I lost 12 pounds. I lost 9 pounds. I lost 20 pounds. I lost this. I lost that. And I figured, well, what the heck? I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple of canisters of that coffee and drink it and just see what happens. Long story short, lost 9 pounds the first week. That got my attention. You know, my pants started fitting again. Looked like some weight was coming off. I started weighing every day then, right? I was obsessed with my weight and kept drinking it because I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't doing anything. I was contemplating knee replacement surgery on a left knee, and I just couldn't, I was getting shots in it, so I couldn't go to the gym. So I lost 18 pounds the first month, just drinking coffee, and the fat started melting off, right? I mean, melting off of my body. And after that, I called Dave up and I said, hey, Dave, I don't know what's going on, but I just bought an airplane ticket to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm going to come up and visit with you for a couple of days. So I did. I went up. There are some stats about the company. Started in 2014. We just had our 6th anniversary. We did an online broadcast to about 5,000 people. Came off without a hitch for 9 hours. So I flew up to Sioux Falls and walked through those front doors and hung out with Dave for a couple of days. And, you know, this Valentines was very reminiscent, right? It had a lot of the characteristics and a lot of the traits of 3 other companies that I was part of that I made millions of dollars in each one of those companies. And, you know, those things started to reflect back to me. And I thought, well, you know, this coffee is pretty good. It works like crazy. Everybody's going to want to drink it. Everybody's fat. Everybody drinks coffee. What have I got to lose? You know, so I said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do this, Dave. And I said, but better yet, I'm going to make a commitment. I'm going to give you 3 years of my life or until my income gets to $100,000 a month. Yes, I said $100,000 a month. Now, I can say those things because I've done it before. Now, for those of you who haven't ever had that kind of income before, it's hard to say because you just don't believe that those kind of incomes are possible. But I'm here to tell you that I'm just an average guy that never thought that those incomes could happen until they happened. And I became very accustomed. I became very used to those incomes. I said, Dave, I'm with you. Right then, they were just opening up their first office in the Philippines. We now have an office open in Frankfurt, opening an office in Nigeria, and several other offices that I hear about. Our sales were going through the roof, right? 525% growth in 2019. And we started out 2020. January was great. February was great. March was great. And then the pandemic, right? And then everybody started freaking out. And well, here we are. The world has changed. The whole world has changed. And that's why we just did our 6th anniversary birthday bash online. We usually do it in person, but we did it online and had 5,000 people. So let me talk to you a little bit about our products. Our products are crazy. I mean, weight loss, energy, performance, detox, anti-aging, general health, metabolism correction. Go to ValentesProducts.com. And then go to our Facebook page, which is fbtestimonials.info, fbtestimonials.info, and go take a look at I slipped off the screen for a second. I almost had to remember whether or not I had pants on. We got about 27 products, all incredible products. And we just came out with a couple of new ones that I'm going to show you. And that's what I had to grab for you. This is all about starting a home-based business. This is all about starting something that you can make money from home, right? Now, what I'm going to talk to you about are ways that the company has for a person to get started. You can get started for as little as $59 and a $20 one-time cost to become a rep. A whole $79, right? Turns out to be $85, $88, something like under $100, right? You get a global business that has unlimited income potential. Now, yes, you're going to leave some money on the table. You can get started with 3 boxes. You can get started with 6 boxes. You buy the product a little bit less. And yes, you will, like I said, you'll leave some money on the table. The best way, in my humble opinion, is to get started with the Business Builder Pack. You buy your 16 boxes of product for $36 a box. We have a bigger pack for those people who have maybe a retail store like a salon or a chiropractor or something else. And but what the Ruby Pack does, the Business Builder Pack, it maximizes the payout of the compensation plan. And it also gives you a free digital marketing system that we put a value on at about $2,000, $2,000. In fact, you couldn't even duplicate it for $2,000. But you have got a global business that's now 6 years old. If this were a franchise, that $20 would be $200,000, and everybody would take spending the money very seriously, right? Because they only spend $20, sometimes they don't take it very seriously. But I'm telling you, it's not what you pay for something, it's what it will return to you if you take it seriously. Let me show you how you make money very quickly. We've got 7 different ways to make money, but I only focus on a couple of things, right? I focus on what we call the fast start bonus, because that's the money based on what you do. And it doesn't matter what level or what entry pack you purchase, whether you purchase one product or the Emerald Pack, doesn't matter where you start, you earn exactly the same thing, right? So if you enroll somebody and they buy one product, you're going to earn $20. That's pretty good, right? You can start for $59, enroll somebody for $59, and you make a third of the money. Pretty good. 145, three products, you made $40. $60 on 6 products, $100 on a Ruby pack, and $200 on the Emerald pack. And you can enroll as many people as you want. There's no limit to the amount of people you can enroll. So, but you max out the payout of the compensation plan by purchasing the Ruby or the Emerald pack. And you know, this is immediate money, folks. You know, people ask me all the time, well, how much money can I earn? Well, it depends upon how hard you work, right? We get paid every Friday. So coming up this Friday will be payday again and again. And over the course of the last 2 years, I've never missed a payday except for 1 week in the very beginning when I didn't enroll anybody. But that's how it is. Tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a plan. And the reason I put this up here was to show you the average monthly income. This is put out by Valentines, and it's an income disclosure, basically. They tell the world that people at these various ranks make an average of, at Diamond, $3,000 to $6,000 a month. Not bad. What would your life be like with an extra $3,000 to $6,000 a month? Probably a lot different than it is right now, right? What if it just came every month, month in and month out, right? We get paid weekly, so every week. Double Diamond, $7,500 to $12,500. Triple Diamond, $15,000 to $30,000 a month. And so the plan that I'm going to give you will show you how to get the Diamond in 9 months, how to get the Double Diamond in 10, Triple Diamond in 12, and Blue Diamond in 13 months. Think about it. August the 10th, 2021, and you're sitting here Triple Diamond. You're making 18, 20, 25,000 a month. And your wife or your spouse will probably be saying to you, I'm so glad that I talked you into doing that network marketing thing, right? Because, you know, most people can't even comprehend that kind of money is available. Now, let me tell you about the plan. And I'm not going to walk through like I normally do. I'm going to give you some very quick numbers, and Saturday I'll walk through this whole thing and show everybody. But the plan is very simple. We call it the 1 a month model. 1 a month model, right? You buy the Business Builder pack. You commit to trying 3 products each month, month in and month out. And you commit to enrolling 1 person a month. Not a very difficult plan, right? Not a very difficult plan. If you do that and the people that you enroll do that, follow that exact same plan, your team over the next 12 months will grow to over 8,000 people. I know it sounds impossible, but trust me, I've gone through the numbers a million times, and the numbers are the numbers. It's that penny doubling concept, folks, right? It's not very much in the beginning, but then as it continues on, it grows exponentially. And so it's crazy what happens. And what happens is that by month 6, by the 6th month, you'll have made all your money back, your $600 plus the $160 a month that you spend for your 3 products. Yes, they cost you money. And you'll be $1,000 to the good. Now, it is going to take you 6 months, you know, and I do that to, you know, just lay out your expectations that this is not a get rich quick, you know, scheme. It is a get rich plan, but the plan takes time, just like any plan. By the 9th month, you'll have earned over $15,000. Not bad, right? It's now starting to work. By the 12th month, you'll have earned over $135,000. Everybody just following the plan. Enroll 1 person that buys 3 products, that enrolls 1 person, and that just continues to go over and over. The 13th month, you become the hero, right? You've earned over $270,000. you'll make more money that month than you had made in the past 12 months combined. So, and I'll show you that whole thing on Saturday. So I hope you can see yourself doing this, because if you can, and we tried to boil it down to, the very basic, I mean, the reduce it to the ridiculous is what I call it. Get it down to the least. Now you can go faster and enroll more people. You can go slower, and you can't go much slower, but you can enroll less people, right? One every other month, and it'll take you twice as long. But, it all starts with commitment, people. It all starts with a commitment, because without that commitment, you're never going to start. And without some discipline and consistency, you're never going to finish the race. What we're going to talk about on Saturday are measurable, predictable results. And if you'll follow this formula, and it's very, very basic. Buy the Business Builder Pack. You get the funnel, right? That $2,000 digital marketing system. You max out the compensation plan. You make a commitment for 12 months that you're going to buy 3 products and you're going to enroll 1 person. And if you can't do that, don't start. Just say, you know what? I can't make that kind of commitment. That's too much for me. So, I'll just stay here and be broke. And then you got to put in some effort. You got to come to the trainings. You got to follow the plan. You've got to ask for help if you want help. We're all here to help you. You got to create that loyalty purchase. We call it a loyalty purchase. It's $160. It's a 100 business volume package, 3 products, right? You buy that every month. You got to create an ad budget if you want. Now, there's a couple of, and tomorrow I'm going to direct you to a call that you can, Zoom that you can listen to tomorrow that'll talk about that whole thing, our whole cold market advertising campaign. And then you got to just, share your decision that you've made with everybody that you know, just like you've opened your own restaurant, just like you've done anything. I'm opening this, and here's what I'm going to do. I want you to try some of our products, and I want you to watch this video, and so on and so forth. It really is amazing. Here's what happened to me. I joined, like I said, June of 2018. I paid my $20 to join. I purchased my $600 Business Builder Pack. I paid my $160 a month for my 3 products for 24 months. This was a little snapshot. So I spent $4,460. That was the total cost of my investment in my business, right? As a business, there's all kinds of tax incentives. You can talk to your CPA, but you can save that much in taxes every year by just owning a business and being in pursuit of profit. There's what I made in 24 months, $543,000. My net was $539,000. My return on investment was a little over 12,000%. So if you're ready for a journey, we want to help you. We want to help you change your life. So what I say all the time is surround yourself with those who are on the same mission as you. And, you just have to take inventory of the people around you and, start working with, those people that are on that same mission. I'm going to let you listen to a good friend of mine, Bishop T.D. Jakes. Bishop Jakes talks about something that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is courage. You've got to have courage. You've got to have courage to reach out and do some things, but not as much courage, because all of us are going to be here to help you along the way.
You got to have the courage. Do you have the courage to act outwardly on what you see inwardly? Or will you die a dreamer? Will you die on the verge and on the edge and in the land of coulda, woulda, and shoulda? Do you have the courage? I'm going to drop something on you. It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre. Be normal and fit in. And if you're more concerned about people than you are God, then neutralize everything he put in you. Just fit in with everybody else. Dress like them, walk like them, act like them, eat like them, go where they go, think like they think, do what they do. And once you've neutralized your uniqueness, you don't need courage. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to go where you've never gone before. For some of you, it took courage to come to this conference. It takes courage to get you outside of the box. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to win. People don't talk about people that don't win. If you win, they're going to talk about you. Do you have the courage to stand there though the storms keep raging and the people get to talking and you stand there and say, I've come too far to turn around? Do you have the courage? I'm going to say something to you. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Because the moment you do, but you don't talk like you forgot where you came from. Look at you talking. It takes courage. And I'm just wondering, in this weak, watered-down, mediocre society that we live in today, in this reality TV world we live in today, I'm wondering if there's anybody left that's got the courage to say, after all I've been through, and all my ancestors have been through, and all my parents have been through, I didn't come through all of that just to fit in with normalcy. I have the courage to go after my dream. Is there a woman left in this entire Coliseum that's got some courage?
Now, if that doesn't put a smile on your face, then, well, what can I say? Your wood's wet. It's an amazing thing. So, watch, find that video on YouTube, watch it every day, every morning like I do, and it will give you the courage to get up and get something done. Hey, I told you, and I thought I had that slide in there. We've got two brand new products. Yep, you can see them. Zeolite, and I don't know much about this product except that I've read and heard that it's awesome. So I'm going to start on that tomorrow. Just got this stuff shipped to me, and something that I've already fallen in love with because I had I was part of the test group that tested this product, and I hear they've even enhanced it a little bit more. And I don't know if I had the enhanced product or not when they sent me the 7 capsules, but I'll tell you what, I had, this is a product that you take before your morning coffee, right? You take it before your morning coffee. Oh, jumped out of my hand. One capsule before your morning coffee, and it gave me more energy than I've had in a long time, no appetite whatsoever, no cravings at all. And, I had to force by about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I noticed that I hadn't eaten it. And so I thought, well, I better, try to eat something. And so I hadn't even thought about any food. So I reached out to the formulator of the product, Kevin Thomas, and I said, Kevin, I said, if one of these puppies is good, how would 2 be? He said, oh, 2 would be awesome. He said, just don't drink too much coffee with 2. He said, now, if you're a big guy, then, 2's okay. But he said, you're not really a big guy. You don't really need to have, the effects of 2 of these. So, just do 1. So, I am going to do 2 because I've got kickboxing tomorrow, so here after 50 years, I go back into the gym twice a week to to train to be a kickboxer again. So anyway, hey, there's the schedule I put up here. Tuesday, take down that Zoom number, 701-238-0137. Go to that. That's our whole digital marketing update. You're going to see some awesome things I've heard, and you're going to hear some things. So definitely want to be on there. On Wednesday, Mitch and I, will continue to do a special for pre-enrollees only. These are people that are primarily coming from our cold market campaign. So we're going to continue to do that, and had a great one last week. Hope to have a great one this week. Thursday, 8 p.m. East Coast time. Again, another overview. And then Saturday at 11 o'clock. Don't miss the Saturday training. Whatever you do, you just can't miss the Saturday training. I mean, I know Mitch goes all out. I go all out. We try to have some guests in there if at all possible. And so you definitely want to be part of the training. So with that, there's two of my friends. That's Mitch and Lori. So that's it from me, Mitch. How about you? That's it?
Yeah, that's it, Chuck. I'm just cooking dinner here and more excited than ever. It's funny. I actually took 2 AMs, the AM PM this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took 2 of those and a cup of coffee. And let me tell you, I was definitely in pretty good shape all day.
Oh, good.
So I'm excited. I got my thermo perk today, and the zeolite is not yet shown up, but I'm excited about the thermo perk. And yeah, I've got a couple of test subjects out there that are eager to try it as well. So fired up.
Amen. Real
Amen.
good, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me here this evening. And we record this. We'll get it out to everybody. And by all means, share. So with that, God bless everybody. Thanks for being with us this evening, and stay safe.